Back here at the 15th District Basketball Tournament as the Monroe County Falcons take on the Barren County Trojans tonight here in the first round. And the Trojans coming in at 23-6, Monroe County 6-21. Now, during the district part of the season, Monroe County actually beat Glasgow one of the 3 times. That was in the All-A Classic, but it didn't count as a district game. The other 2 were losses to the Scotties 69-60 and 69-53. Scotties lost to Allen County Scottsville twice, 72-39 and 71-44. Now, the Falcons have not played since last Tuesday night when the Falcons lost to Greenwood 79-46 in their last regular season game. So they've had a little over a week off to prepare for the Trojans.
That's a long time to be off, Jay. I like to play a little more frequent than that, than waiting. But yes, that does give them a great opportunity to prepare for tonight's game and work on things that Barren does well to try to stop them. No doubt about it.
Trojans and Falcons met twice during the regular season. The Trojans won 72-50 in the first game. Led early 22-8 at the end of the first quarter. 37-21 at halftime, 57-39 after 3. And it was Lee Hubbard with 24 to lead the Trojans. DJ Whitlow had 18 for Monroe County. And in the second game, it was an 80-54 win for the Trojans, jumping out early 23-13, led by 24 at halftime, 63-36 after 3. And Lee Hubbard with 35 points in that basketball game.
He had a great game that night, Jay. Played excellent and obviously showed in his scoring and what else, the other things he did. The blocks and rebounding and those kind of things.
Yeah. So, anyway, it's been 2 blowouts, both games, and but that doesn't mean the third time around is going to be that way. You just really have to get out, play focused, and play great defense, and you're going to win some ball games that way.
That's right, Jay. And a lot of people will say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Yeah. Just kind of a rule of thumb. So we just need to come out and take care of business from the get-go.
That's true. Some scores from last night. Franklin Simpson girls beat Russellville 79-37. Cumberland County over Clayton County girls 73-55 in the 16th. And, of course, Glasgow beating Monroe County 53-49. Barren County 60. Allen County Scottsville 53. In boys action last night in 13th, Franklin Simpson beat Logan County 70-26. Metcalf County in the 16th defeated Clinton County 65-54. And in the 18th up at Greene County out of Region 5, Greene County barely getting past Caverna by a score of 61-58. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with more pregame, the 15th District Basketball Network. Back here at Allen County Scottsville, about 4.5 minutes away from tip-off of this first game. Barren County Trojans and the Monroe County Falcons. And other games going on around the region tonight. Bowling Green girls against Warren Central. Bowling Green boys against Warren Central. That ought to be a barn burner there at Warren Central tonight.
Woo, that'd be a good game to watch, I'd say.
Yeah. We'll try to keep you updated on those games as well. 16th at Russell County. Russell County girls against Metcalf County, and the Russell County boys against Cumberland County. And in the 13th at Russellville tonight, Todd Central girls against Logan County, and the Russellville boys playing Todd Central. So there's what's going on around the region tonight in the 4th anyway in high school basketball. We're going to come back with a starting lineup after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to the 15th District Basketball Radio Network. Back here at Allen County Scottsville, Jay Turner with Glenn Bird and Danny Woosley. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Monroe County Falcons under head coach Justin Stinson, assisted by Arlen Mink and Tim Eaton. They'll start at 1 guard, DJ Whitlow, a 6'1 senior, along with Justin Harlan, a 6'2 junior, and Matt Sheffield, a 5'10 junior, Keaton Rich, a 5'8 freshman, and Josh Geralds, a 6'5 senior. For the Barren County Trojans under head coach Steve Riley, assisted by Warren Cunningham and Matt Gardner, Blake Crabtree will start at 1 guard, 5'11", 165, and a senior, averaging 8.5 points a game. Cody Wooten, 6 foot, 165, a senior, averaging 4.7. Matt Riley at 5'10", 145, and a senior, averaging 10.1 points a game at a guard. Lee Hubbard at a forward, 6'1", 180, a senior, averaging 25.3 a game. And Mason Myatt at 5'11", 165, and a senior, averaging 1.7 a contest. Your officials for tonight's game, Adam Ryder, Terry Baldwin, and Chris Bumps. You're listening to 106.7 Star FM, WHHT, Horse Cave, Glasgow, ESPN Radio, 1230 AM, WCDS, Glasgow. And for those listening inside the gymnasium here tonight, you got it tuned in at 91.1 FM. Glad to have you along. Jackie Radis will join us at halftime, who's the coordinator for the Barren County Lynn League program, where they're trying to get a softball league started for the young ladies in Glasgow and Barren County. So we'll talk with her at halftime this evening. Got the Monroe County fans here with us and on this side of the gym floor, and Barren County across the way. They'll be over there with Allen County, Scottsville. We got Monroe County and Glasgow over here on the near side. Barren County Trojan bench down the way to our left. Monroe County bench across the way down to our right. And a pretty good crowd in here, Glenn, for this first game of the 15th District Boys Basketball Tournament.
Jay, I tell you what, Barren County's got a great crowd. You know, looking across there directly across from us, the demolition zone, and all of our fans and support. To be honest with you, Jay, Monroe County side is just a little weak. I don't think
anybody, not too many up in the upper level.
They really hardly have nobody in the upper level at all. So, but that just shows Barren County always has a great following, Jay.
Of course, last night we saw two great basketball games. Glasgow down by as many as 12 in the first half, came back and defeated Monroe County 53-49. And then the second game, the Trojanettes actually trailed in that ball game, but came back and picked up the victory to advance on to the regional tournament next week. And we'll remind everybody listening that we'll bring you complete coverage, every tournament game from the boys and girls 4th region tournament at Diddle Arena. And that will begin Monday night. The draw of the girls is on Saturday and the boys on Sunday. So we'll see what happens tonight. Get two more teams here in the 15th district to advance to next week's 4th region basketball tournament at Western Kentucky University. And you can hear all the action on our usual network stations, 106.7 FM, also ESPN 1230, and also added to our network of stations next week for the 4th region tournament, ESPN 1450 in Bowling Green will be added to our network of stations. So make sure you bring your radios along and listen in as we give you all the tournament games, not only this week, but next week. And we've got Barren County and Glasgow in the girls' championship on Thursday night, 7 o'clock start. We'll get a night off and come back on Thursday. That'll be a 6:45 pregame. And then the boys' championship on Friday night with the winners of these two games tonight, Barren and Monroe, and Allen and Glasgow in the second game this evening.
Jay, what about that hospitality room tonight?
That was a good hospitality room. We didn't get to sample that last night because the food came in late, but anyway, a great job of the Kentucky National Guard. Bo Jones behind the staff there, taking care of us with dumplings tonight.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat it.
Not chicken dumplings either.
No, I knew a restaurant in Scottsville called Dumplings. Food was great.
All right, Monroe County out of the court. Here come the Trojans, and we are about ready to go here. The Trojans moving to the right side of your radio dial as we see it here. And Monroe County to the left, the Trojans in white uniforms trimmed in burgundy and gold, and the Monroe County Falcons in their navy blue uniforms trimmed in white and silver, white numbers and lettering. And Lee Hubbard, 6'1" senior for Barren County, will jump against DJ Whitlow, a 6'1" senior for Monroe County, and Terry Baldwin will toss it up, and this game will officially be underway as Baldwin now toss it up. Hubbard easily with a tap to Crabtree, and he hands it off to Matt Riley. Riley a little under the weather last night and yesterday and today, so we'll see how he operates this evening. Here's Crabtree with it out front as they try to get things set up. We might see some junk defense out there
that's what
by the Trojans. We see a box and one right now with the chaser on Matt Riley. And they come out to Hubbard. 3 on the way by Lee. Got it!
They won't be able to stay in a box and chase for very long shooting like that, Jay.
Off to a good start.
Yes, sir.
3-0. Rich with the basketball for Monroe County. Dishes it off to Whitlow. Sends it down to Sheffield. Sheffield back in the corner to, that was Harlan. Harlan gets it back out. And it is Rich. Pass knocked away and saved in bounds by Crabtree. Here's Lee Hubbard for the basket. Lays it in.
Turnover leads to a quick basket for the Trojans.
5-0. Barren County as Monroe County has the basketball, bringing it the other way. Rich into the front court. Rich works it to the left side, gives it off to Whitlow. Whitlow brings it back out top. Whitlow into the circle, looking for help. Going to have to do something with it. Gives it over to Rich on the right wing. Rich now looking, wants to drive against Riley to the baseline. Throws it up for the left hand. It won't drop. Rebound. Put back up and no good. Batted out. Inside. Shot put up. It is no good. Tapped around. And it's finally going to be taken by Cody Wooten of the Trojans.
I tell you what, the Falcons crashing the boards hard, Jay. They got 3 rebounds there. Just
Lee Hubbard another 3. No, but he gets nailed to the floor. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 3 shots for the Trojans as Barren County has a 5-0 lead. We've played a little over a minute and a half here in the opening quarter. Lee Hubbard will step to the free throw line for 3 shots, and that foul was charged to Harlan. First foul of the ball game against Monroe County. Lee Hubbard, first 3 on the way. No good. Came out of there. So we have 2 more tries.
Just a tad too hard, Jay.
Yeah.
You know, I think one of the keys tonight is going to be how well we defend and how well we adjust to probably some of the junk defense we're going to see.
Right. Second shot's good by Lee Hubbard. He has all 6 points for the Trojans. This free throw is up and good, so he got 2 out of 3.
Trojans up 7-0. We've played just a couple of minutes, Jay.
Ridge brings it up against Cody Wooten. Gives it over to Harlan. Harlan works against Riley on the near side of the floor. Harlan now on the dribble. Works it left side. Riley trying to stay with him. Harlan picks up his dribble now. Gives it back out, and it's a bad pass. It's going to be chased down. And Monroe County keeps it, though. Here's a jumper by Sheffield. It's off the mark. Tapped up in the air. We're going to whistle and a foul on the Falcons for coming over the back. And this foul is going to be charged to Whitlow. His first. That'll be the team's second. Trojans basketball, 5:53 to go. Here in the opening quarter, it is 7-0.
Jay, on defense, Falcons are still staying with that box and chaser.
Lee Hubbard can't get the 3 off the left side of the rim from the left corner. Pass knocked down by Riley. He tried to save it. Almost tumbled over the scorer's table. So it'll stay with the Falcons. As Harlan will put it in play. Comes out to Rich. Rich works against Wooten. Back and forth. Ooh, he walked.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, got a little bit out of control, and turnover will give it back to Barren County.
He's a little out of control, but he was getting a large amount of defensive pressure from Cody Wooten.
Cody
really
Wooten,
putting it on him.
Brings it up down the middle, gives it off to Crabtree. Crabtree out to Wooten, top of the circle. Back to Crabtree, jumper 17. No, it popped out. Rattle for the rebound. Lee Hubbard had it, but got it stripped from him by Rich. Long pass down court to Whitlow. Leaner shot off the glass, good.
Monroe's first score. Barren leads 7-2 with 5:05 left in the first.
Played almost 3 minutes here in the opening quarter. Wooten with the basketball out top. Gives it over to Crabtree on the right wing. Crabtree now backs away on the dribble. Picks it up now. Gives it back to Wooten. Zach Gibson ready to check into the lineup. Lee Hubbard back to Wooten. Wooten trying to penetrate. Gives it back. Here's a 3 by Hubbard. Misses everything. Taken in underneath by Whitlow for Monroe County. Whitlow down the right side. Rich with the basketball in the lane, or Harlan, that is. He puts it up and in.
Hey, what nice move there by Harlan.
7-4. Monroe County's come back with 2 quick buckets here. There's Crabtree on the left side. Out to Wooten. Wooten penetrating, lost the handle on it, but saved in bounds by Mike and tipped away by Whitlow. It'll stay with the Trojans. Zach Gibson is 5'11", 160-pound junior, averaging 7.2. Trevor Rattle at 6'1", 150, a junior, averaging 3.3 into the lineup for Barren County.
Monroe's going to have to make a decision right now, Jay. Who are they going to chase? Are they going to chase Riley or are they going to chase Gibson?
Riley's going to throw up, miss everything, and taken in there by Harlan for Monroe County. Harlan into the paint. Here's his jumper off the front of the rim. Gibson with a rebound, cradles it and shovels it off to Wooten. Wooten into the front court now. Wooten, crossover dribble down the left side of the lane. Gives to Riley at the free throw line. Gives it out to Gibson. Long 3 by Gibson. Way off the mark. He got knocked to the floor. No call. And Monroe County comes up with the basketball. Keaton Rich, freshman for the Falcons, spins against Wooten. Dishes it off to Whitlow. Now Whitlow on the left wing. Hands it off now to Harlan. Gives it back, and they dump it down low. Here's a shot from Gerald's, no good. And we have a whistle and a foul on the rebound. This one's going to be on Sheffield. And on Sheffield, that's his first. That'll be the team's third. With 3:34 left to play here in the opening quarter. Barren County with a 7-4 lead.
You know, Jay, right now, Monroe's staying in their box and chaser. Well, it looks like are they changing it now?
Yeah, a little bit, yep.
A little bit.
Actually got chaser on Gibson. Here's Crabtree, left elbow jumper. Got it.
I was wondering who they might try to guard when you got two shooters like Riley and Gibson.
9-4, Barren County. 3:09 to play here in the first quarter. Harlan with the basketball for the Falcons. Dishes it into Sheffield. Puts it up and in.
Say what, nice job there. Good penetration. You know, the times that Monroe has scored, they've had very good dribble penetration right to the basket.
Crabtree again, left elbow. No, it's in and out this time. Tapped against the board. Admiral back up. It's short. Pulled down the Whitlow for the Falcons. He pushes it down the floor.
Good board work, but Atwell just couldn't get it to fall.
Gives it out now to Rich. Feeds it to Harlan, left side. Riley on him. Now Harlan looks for help. Going to have to do something with it. Lobs it down into Gerald's. Gerald's double team. We got a whistle. Jump ball as Wooten came in and tied it up. It's going to go back to the Falcons, however, as we're down to 2:30 left to play here in the first quarter, and 9-6 ball game in favor of Barren County.
Well,
and they made a substitution.
Yeah, Matthew Riley's come back in along with Lee Hubbard.
2:28. Monroe County with the basketball. Harlan almost put it away, but Whitlow was over there to get it. Whitlow, right of the Crabtree. Needs some help. Sends it out to Harlan. Feeds it down. Here's a shot from 12. No good. It's short. Rebound. Gerald's goes back up and puts it in.
I got an easy rebound there, Jay. It went off the hands of a Barren County player, and he got it. Just had an easy putback.
9-8.
Gives Barren a 1-point lead.
Crabtree with the basketball. Gives it over to Mason Myatt. Crabtree into the circle. Back to Myatt. He's open for the three. Doesn't take it. Crabtree back to Mason Myatt. Here's the three-pointer. Got it.
That's what we need, Jay. They're going to let Crabtree and Myatt both open. They're keeping it packed in.
12-8. Barren County. A minute 36 to play. Here's a pass thrown away, but underneath, Monroe County kept it and threw it off the leg of Adwell and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons. Down to minute 32 left in the quarter. It's a 12-8 ball game.
Let's see what Monroe comes here on inbounds underneath their own basket.
Cody Wooten checking back into the Trojan lineup for Matt Riley. And it's Falcons basketball as Harlan looks to inbounds. Harlan sends it out deep. Now Harlan for a three. Got it to go. Let's see if it'll count.
No
basket. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Monroe County for an illegal pick.
Big call right there, Jay.
And they called it on Whitlow, and that's his second.
He gets 2 fouls, and Monroe could have cut it to a 1-point game. It would have been 12-11. Now it's still 12-8, Barren's ball.
Cody Wooten with a basketball for Barren County. The top of the key. Wooten directing traffic now. Sends over to Crabtree in the left wing. Back to Wooten into the circle. He wants to drive with it into the paint in the corner to Mason Myatt. Now gives it back out to Wooten. Wooten now wants to work. Can't penetrate. Gives to Crabtree. 15. Got it.
Nice shot there above the lake. They're still staying with their box and chaser, but now they're chasing Hubbard.
14-8. Barren County. Down to 52 seconds to play here in the quarter. Here's a bad pass, or actually tried to pass it off, and Adwell came from the high to slap it away. Wooten pulls up. Free throw line. Got the roll. It bounced all over the rim.
Yeah, it bounced, but it was going to fall, Jay.
Barren County 16, Monroe County 8. Down to 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Harlan with a basketball for the Falcons against Cody Wooten out front. Harlan sends it off of the high post to Whitlow. Whitlow turns, one dribble, looks, and now gives it back out to Harlan. Harlan now looking, throws it off now to Rich. Rich going to drive to the basket. He'll put it up high, no good. Rebound by Lee Hubbard. 12 seconds to play in the quarter. Here comes Hubbard down the middle. Lee pulls up. Now backs away. 5 seconds to play. Here's Crabtree out of the corner. Lets it go. Air ball. And Whitlow will baseball it all the way down the court, and that's the end of the first quarter with a score. Barren County 16, Monroe County 8. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout on the 15th District Basketball Radio Network. Jay Turner, Glenn Bird, Danny Woosley back here in Scottsville. Trojans lead the Falcons 16-8 as we start the second. Crabtree with a basketball for Barren County out in the open court. Gives it off to Wooten. Back to Crabtree. Fakes, drives in. Shot blocked in there by Gerald. And taken by Sheffield for Monroe County. He dribbles it down and pulls up and shoots and hits.
Nice shot there. I tell you what they've done now, Jay. They've gone to a little triangle. They're chasing Hubbard and Riley both.
16-10. Barren County with a 6-point lead. Out to Gibson. Wanted to shoot the three. Drives in and he walked.
He definitely did. No doubt about it.
So the turnover gives it right back to Monroe County.
I'm not sure. He may have gotten that ball hung on his hip, it looked like, Jay.
Monroe County bringing it down with Jason Harlan. Or Justin Harlan, that is. He dishes it off now to Rich. Rich over to Gerald. Gerald's with Hubbard on him. Bounces it off now to Harlan. Harlan against Riley. Dribbles. And almost lost the handle on it. Going to have to do something with it. Gives it off to Sheffield. New player in the ball game, 44. That's Caleb Sheffield, a 5'11 freshman. Here's a pass across and a shot put up and in.
Tell you what, Jay, that's 2 baskets he's made back-to-back.
Kendall. I had the wrong name for it.
He's done a nice job, number 4.
Yeah, 6-foot freshman, Tanner Kendall.
His mom and dad are sitting just in front of us, Jay.
16-12, Crabtree, 17, yes.
Nice shot there by Blake.
And it's now 18-12, Barren County. Monroe County with the basketball. And Rich falling down, but got rid of it. Off to Kendall. Kendall now working out front with it. Dribbles, trying to penetrate. Gets driven to Harlan. Harlan now wants to put it up. Jumper, no good. Off the left side of the rim. Chased down. And Crabtree, it is going to be out of bounds. And so the Trojans will have it. I don't know. The Falcon fans thinking that the...
He was reaching out to grab it, Jay, but I think he backed off when he saw it was going to go on out of bounds.
Right.
But it did look like he was, had touched the ball. Yeah. But realistically, he didn't. Looking at the defense now for Monroe.
Looks
like chasing Matthew Riley.
Yeah, they're throwing a little, they're trying to pick up Lee Hubbard. He'll fire it up for 3, yes!
Whoa. If they're going to stop him, they're going to have to pick him up a little better than that, Jay.
21-12. Monroe County driving. Shot blocked from behind by Hubbard. They'll call him with a foul. That's his first. That'll be the first foul on the Trojans here in the basketball game. And that's going to send Matt Sheffield to the free throw line, a 5'10 junior, to shoot 2 shots.
Tell you what, the Hub went up with authority and said, get that out of here.
First free throw is good by Sheffield. They'll have another try, and this one is on the way. It's good. Monroe County trailing 21-14. We're down to 5:47 to play here in the first half. Wooden with a basketball for the Trojans. Wooden angling off to the left. Now looks right. Skip pass. Ooh, it's going to be deflected off the hands. Oh, they're going to say that maybe Monroe County, Whitlow touched it last, but Hubbard trying to get a fingertip on it, but came real close.
It was a close call, but I believe the official made the right call.
He was right there in front of it.
He sure was. He was within 3 feet of it.
Wooden angling off right. Now looks into the paint. Here's Crabtree. Works under, puts it up and in.
Tell you what, nice interior pass to Blake and then good finish.
8 points for Blake Crabtree. 23-14, Barren County. Here's a steal by Lee Hubbard. Lee driving all the way to the basket, puts it up, no good. Crabtree puts it in.
Look who's there to clean that up, Jay.
Yeah.
Good hustle by Blake again.
25-14, shot out of the corner, no good, but Sheffield. Lee Hubbard with a rebound. Here comes Lee. Long pass is going to be overthrown. Out of bounds to the Falcons as Justin Harlan will return to the Falcon lineup.
Jay, that's 3 turnovers for Barren County and 4 for Monroe here in the first half.
4:57 to play here in the first half. It's a 25-14 Barren County lead, their biggest of the night so far. Rich with the basketball from Monroe County. Got Ben Hubbard in the lineup now for the Trojans, a 5'10 sophomore. Sheffield with it. Sends it down to Whitlow on the right side. And underneath, here's a shot put up and in by Caleb Sheffield, who just checked in, a 5'11 freshman.
Tell you what, he's right posted up down on the block, Jay, and they just got in the ball, and he laid it in.
Wooten, top of the circle. Left side it goes to Crabtree. Crabtree now looking. Fires it back off to Wooten. Trying to penetrate. Can't go. Back out to Crabtree. 4:20 left in the half. It's a 9-point lead for the Trojans. Cody Wooten trying to make a move into the paint. Goes up with a short jumper. He gets fouled.
Sure did. I didn't know if the official was going to call that or not, but he did.
Foul's going to be on Harlan, and that's 2 seconds. Team's 5th of the half. So now Harlan and Whitlow with 2 fouls apiece.
You know, when you look at Cody Wooten, you look at Blake Crabtree, physically, they're both so strong, and in particularly Blake. When you get the ball inside like that, and you get that kind of penetration in the lane, you almost have to foul him if you don't want him to score.
Yeah. Wooten missed the first of 2. Another try, missed it. And Hubbard tried to get the offensive rebound. They're trying to yank it away from him.
Jump ball.
Double teamed him, and jump ball will give it to Monroe County. So the Falcons basketball with 4:11 to play here in a half. It's 25-16.
It's like we're picking up a little full court, just token pressure, Jay, just man.
Zach Gibson's back in the lineup. As Rich spins away from Gibson into the paint. Underneath, here's a shot put up and in by Caleb Sheffield.
You know, Jay, what Monroe's done the last couple of trips, they get good dribble penetration in the lane. They look for the cutter going to the basket, and they just dish it off.
Hubbard back out to Wooten. Between the circles, dribbling. 3:47 left in the half, 25-18. Barren County. Here's Ben Hubbard, back to Wooten. They swing it around to Lee, and back out to Wooten again. Back to Ben Hubbard to the right wing. Looking for Lee Hubbard. They can't get it to him. Now Lee's got it behind the arc. Over to Crabtree on the left side. Crabtree. One dribble gives to Wooten. Wooten bounces down low to Lee Hubbard. Trying to muscle it up, and traveling call.
Wow, Jay.
Matt Riley will return to the Trojan lineup, and Mason Myatt, Ben Hubbard, and Zach Gibson will go out with 3:21 to play here in the first half. 25-18. Trojans' biggest lead was 11 at 25-14, and Monroe County has scored the last 2 buckets. DJ Whitlow trying to drive into the paint, pumps, goes up with a jumper. It is no good. Rebound by Harlan. Back up off the glass, too strong, and a foul on the Trojans. Foul on Matt Riley, and that's going to be his first. That'll be the team's second. With 3:03 to play here in the first half. Going to be Harlan at the free throw line for 2 shots. The first one on the way, no good. And off the left side.
I've got a score in girls game. Bowling Green 8, Warren Central 4.
Low scoring game there. It's Warren Central trying to slow it down on the Lady Purples.
And that's in the first quarter.
Okay. All right, Harlan, second free throw. He got this one. Rattled it in. 25-19. Monroe on a 5-0 run with 3 minutes to play here in the first half. And Blake Crabtree's got it for the Trojans.
They're still staying in that box, Jay. Still chasing Riley, and they've got a man assigned to the hub.
Lee Hubbard, 3, right wing. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, nice job. Set a nice screen for the hub and freed him up out on that wing.
28-19 on the other end. Monroe County dishes it out front now to Rich. Rich on the dribble. Right side to Sheffield. Sheffield down in the corner to Harlan, up the baseline, bounces it across. Here's Whitlow with it, left of the lane, jump stop, runs into Hubbard. He takes the charge, and Whitlow has just picked up his third.
Whew.
That'll be the team's 6th.
I'll tell you what.
So, we'll see Whitlow headed to the bench.
He's got to come out.
And it's Josh Sherrills here to replace him. 2:22 left in the half. It's 28-19. Barren County.
That was a good call by the official. Looked like the hub was set up in concrete there, Jay.
Crabtree across the timeline. Got a chaser on Matt Riley. Crabtree. Oh, threw it away. Right in the hands of Rich. Here comes Rich. He'll take it all the way to the basket. Shot blocked by Hubbard. And Lee looking. Gives it off now to Riley. Riley. Back to Hubbard. Crabtree. Fakes the three. He travels. So the Falcons get it back with 1:53 to play here in the first half and a 28-19 lead. Rich into the front court. Left side to Sheffield. Over to Harlan. Harlan between the circles. Right side deep to Rich. Rich with Mason Myatt on him. Here's Sheffield breaking down the lane. Goes up, missed it. Rebound Trevor Adwell. Outlet pass comes to Mason Myatt. Myatt down the left side. And almost double dribble it. Looks for help. And it's batted away. Batted loose. And Harlan's got it for Monroe County. Harlan sends it down. Rich with a basketball. Moves in. Trying to feed it off to Gerald's. Knocked away. Loose ball. Taken away by Riley, but he stepped down the sideline. Going to go back to the Falcons with 1:18 to go here in the half.
You know, Jay, right now, the way this game is going, it's really playing right into the hands of Monroe County, exactly where they wanted to be. You know, a minute to go till halftime, and, golly, they're only down 9 points.
Yep. Sheffield over to Harlan. Harlan wants to drive, cut off by Crabtree. Sends it out to Rich, fakes the three. Down to 1:08 to play here in the half. Just a 9-point ball game. Sheffield gives to Harlan. He's going to fire it up for three. Knocks the bottom out of it.
Wow, Jay, that was a deep, deep three.
28-22. Monroe County within 6. Crabtree out to Wooten. Wooten will set it up now for the Trojans. Goes to Crabtree again. Back out to Wooten. Wooten now backs away in the dribble. 40 seconds to play and a half. Wooten looking back over at the bench.
We're going to hold it. We pulled it out a little bit. They're going to stay packed in. We're going to hold out a little bit.
6-point ball game. 26 seconds to play in the half. Barren led 16-8 at the end of the first quarter. Led 25-14 at 1 point here in the second. Monroe County's made some big buckets. And we're down to 14 seconds to play in the half. Wooten down to 8. Wooten picks up his dribble. Feeds it down to Crabtree. Puts it in.
Oh, my goodness. What a nice job there.
Long shot at the horn. Hits the side of the backboard. And that's the end of the first half with a score. Barren County on top, 30-22 over Monroe County. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout on the 15th District Basketball Radio Network. Back here at Allen County, Scottsville, as the Trojans lead the Falcons 30-22. Halftime of the first game of the boys' 15th District Basketball Tournament. Jackie Radis is here with me. How's it going?
Hey, Jay, everything's going great. How's it going with you?
All right. Let's talk about this new program that we're going to try to get started. You're the Little League coordinator
for Barren County Schools.
And now we're talking about maybe getting some kind of softball league going.
That is correct. We're going to now be the Babe Ruth softball. We're Barren County Schools and Glasgow Recreation Department are combining together their facilities and their kids, and we are going to have a softball group for ages 12 and under, 14 and under, and 16 and under. When Babe Ruth baseball came to Barren County and Glasgow did this with the baseball, and as the program grew over the years, then they separated, and now we have a Glasgow Babe Ruth, a Barren County Babe Ruth. We hope to do the same thing in softball because we're kind of lacking in this area for girls programs, and we want to try and build that. We saw this as a great opportunity to work with the rec department in Glasgow and get this started.
Now, tell me about how many players we're talking about.
Well, you know, it's kind of hard to gauge because last year we had in Barren County over 200 girls that played softball, and that was from ages 9 to 14. So depending on how many girls come from Glasgow, how many girls want to come out, you know, we could see as many as 300 kids, maybe more, girls playing in the softball program. Of course, our younger girls are going to stay at our schools, at our local schools. Just at 12 and under, 14 and under, 16 and under, we're probably going to be looking at 100 to 150 girls playing in the softball program. You can register. You can go to the Glasgow Rec Department. You can pick up an application there. It's $30 per girl, $25 if you have more than one for the second, third, and fourth. Or you can pick up an application at any of the school leagues around the county. So we have, lots of places you can get it. I encourage everybody to come out and have any questions. Give me a call. Call Debbie Bunch at the Rec Department, and we'll get you on the straight and narrow for the softball program.
All right. All sounds good.
All right. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's right around the corner, isn't it?
Yes, you're exactly right.
Jackie, thank you for sharing that with us.
Thanks, Jake.
Okay, Jackie Radis, the coordinator of the Little League program, and we're going to come back after this 2-minute break here on the 15th District Basketball Radio Network. Back here at Allen County, Scottsville, halftime of the first game of the boys' 15th District Basketball Tournament. Barren County led 16-8 at the end of the first quarter, and both teams scoring 14 points in the second, so it's still an 8-point lead for the Trojans here at the break, 30-22. Biggest lead by Barren County was 11. And looking at scoring for Monroe County, 9 field goals, one of those a three-pointer. They were 3 of 4 from the line. They were led by Justin Harlan, 6 points, 4 points each from Matt Sheffield, Tanner Kendall, and Caleb Sheffield. 2 for DJ Whitlow, and Josh Gerald picking up 2 points in the first half. In the foul situation, Whitlow picked up 3, Harlan with 2, 6 committed against the Falcons in the first half. Only 2 fouls against Barren County, 1 each on Riley and Hubbard. Scoring for Barren County, 12 field goals, 4 of those three-pointers. Trojans 2 of 5 from the line. Lee Hubbard with 13 first-half points, 3 threes, a 2 of free throws. And it was 12 points for Blake Crabtree in the first half, 3-pointer for Mason Myatt, and 2 points for Cody Wooten. And Danny, let's take a look at the first half stats.
All right, for Monroe County, they were 9 of 22 from the field for 40 points, 9%, 1 of 1 from three-pointers for 100%, 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 75%. They had 5 assists, 6 turnovers, 2 steals, 13 rebounds, 4 offensive. For the Trojans, we were 12 of 22 for 54.5%, 4 of 7 from three-pointers for 57.1, 2 of 5 from the free throw line for 40%, 9 assists, 6 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals, 11 rebounds, 2 offensive. Also, points off turnovers, Barren County leads 8-3, and second chance points, Monroe County leads 3-2.
All right, Danny, thanks a lot. Appreciate that. And we're down about a minute and a half before we get the second half underway.
Jay, I've also got some updates on the scores.
Yeah, go ahead and pass those along, too.
All right, with 2 minutes to go in the half, Bowling Green's up 19-8. That's the girls' score. Also a girls' score from the 16th. And the upset brewing, Russell 24, Metcalf 17.
And that's, is that a girl?
That's a girls also.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course, Metcalf County probably the favorite going in. I think on paper, Metcalf girls was a 2-point favorite. So, and it's at Russell County, so that kind of gives them the home court advantage. You're looking at Bowling Green Warren Central girls. It was an 8-4 lead. Is that right? At the end of the first quarter? So a low-scoring ball game going on down at Central tonight with Bowling Green. Of course, we really want to keep tabs on the Bowling Green Warren Central boys game, which is following that game. And I know that's rated as a toss-up, Bowling Green and Central. Bowling Green playing on Central's floor, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that was a great reward for Bowling Green for winning their district, having to play Central at Central.
Yeah. So anything can happen. And right now, the Trojans are only hanging on to an 8-point lead against a team that they had down by 16 the first time. And then the second time, the Trojans had a 24-point lead at halftime. So, that first game of the district is always the tough one, Glenn.
It's the hardest one, Jay, I think. Everybody's a little tight. Both teams normally a little tight. And it's just hard sometimes to get it going and keep it going. And I've seen a little of that here tonight in the first half between Barren and Monroe. Monroe was executing and had working what they wanted to do. They slowed the game down. They wanted to slow it down. They slowed it down, forcing us to sit up and take shots. And you got to make them.
All right, the Trojans have the basketball. Moving to the left side of your radio dial. Wooten to Hubbard free throw line. Crabtree out of the left wing. Wooten into the circle. Back to Crabtree. Now back out to Wooten again. Early in the second half, 30-22. The Trojans lead it by 8. Wooten 17, way short, out of bounds.
Jay, they're still chasing. Monroe's still chasing on defense. They're chasing Matt Riley, and everybody's picking the hub up no matter which side of the floor he swings to. Other than that, basic box.
Falcons with a basketball. Slapped away by Riley. He's trying to go for the loose ball. We'll have a whistle, and they're going to call the foul on Riley. And that's his second. Team's first of the second half. 38 seconds gone here in the third. 30-22. Barren County. Falcons get it into play to Rich. Rich gives it over to Harlan. Harlan bringing it across the line against Riley. Now Harlan picks up his dribble, sends it across to Sheffield. Sheffield with Mason Myatt on him. Rich off to Whitlow. Over to Harlan. Harlan trying to drive, can't go. Out it comes to Whitlow again. Over the left side, Rich bluffs the three, moves into the paint, dishes it off to Whitlow. Little 10-foot jumper, rims, no good. And Hubbard up high for the board.
I went up strong for that one, Jay.
Wooten giving it to Hubbard. And here's Crabtree in the left corner. Back out to Wooten. Wooten, ooh, I saw Hubbard wide open there. Yep. He had to thread the needle on it, but comes back out to Wooten. Hubbard, Wooten, top of the key. Crabtree on the wing. Back to Wooten. Back to Crabtree. Now Crabtree back to Wooten. Wooten on the dribble, bounces off. Hubbard can't shoot the three. Wooten's got it, gives to Crabtree. Now Crabtree looking. Still on the dribble, giving it back out to Wooten. Wooten off to Crabtree. And across it goes to Hubbard. Flips it back over to Crabtree on the left wing. Inside, here's Hubbard going up and puts it up, missed the shot, tapped around. Monroe County's got it. Here comes Harlan with it, left side, going to the bucket, puts it up. It lodges between the backboard and the rim. And we're going to have, what here, an offensive foul?
Yeah, Sergeant.
On Harlan, and that's going to be his third.
I tell you what he did, Jay. He dropped his shoulder as he plowed into Riley. I believe that he dropped his shoulder, he probably would have got the block. But it was obvious. He lowered his shoulder and just ran over him.
Wooten with the basketball for the Trojans. Wooten off right side. Comes back to Hubbard. Three on the way. Yes, sir.
Nice shot there by the hub.
16 points for Lee Hubbard. Lead back to 11. That ties the largest of the night. And the ball is going to be off of Wooten and out of bounds as Rich tried to throw it over to Cleveland's Gerald.
Not only out.
So Monroe County kind of getting a little bit of foul trouble, especially with Whitlow and Harlan, two of their main players.
Definitely. You know, in the first 3 minutes of the second half are so important, Jay. We've come out and gotten off to a really good start to get going in the second half.
Sheffield giving it to Whitlow. Over it goes to Harlan. Harlan. Now Rich with it on the right side of the floor. Rich looks, needs some help. Gives it to Whitlow coming by. Whitlow out front, gives it back to Rich. Rich outside to Harlan between the circles. Now Harlan dishes it off. Rich is coming up by Wooten. He's going to have to do something with it and has to burn a timeout.
Yep. Barron's played man defense, good solid man defense the entire game so far, Jay.
30-second timeout called by the Falcons. We have 4:58 to play here in the third quarter. 33-22, the Trojans on top, which ties their biggest lead of the night. After this game, we've got Allen County Scottsville, the Patriots against the Glasgow Scotties, which ought to be a war.
Oh, Jay, my goodness. You know, Glasgow's going to likely throw everything at them with the kitchen sink as far as jump defense. Probably inverted triangle, box and chaser. No telling what all Glasgow, you know, Glasgow realizes to move on and advance on, they must win tonight. Yeah. So they'll pull out all stops.
21-8, Bowling Green leading Warren Central girls in the second quarter. Down in the 14th district. Sheffield turns and fires. He misses. Rebound by Matt Riley for the Trojans. Riley off to Hubbard. Another three on the way. It's off the mark this time. Wooten the offensive board. Inside of Hubbard. He puts it in.
Oh, my goodness. Nice rebound by Wooten. Hub cuts right in the middle of the lane and lays it in.
35-22, Barren County. Harlan with a basketball. The high post that goes to Whitlow, right side. Back it goes to Harlan. He'll go to the bucket and puts it in.
Hey, what nice job by Harlan.
Yeah.
Offensively, he's done a nice job tonight.
8 points tonight for Justin Harlan. Here's Wooten. Out to Crabtree, top of the circle. Backs away and leaves it with Wooten again. 4:19 to play in the third. 11-point lead for the Trojans. 35-24. Wooten angling off right. Now picks up his dribble. Gives to Hubbard out top. Hubbard took an ocean. Now gives it back over to Wooten.
Monroe's still staying in their box and chasing on Matthew Riley.
Crabtree out to Wooten. Now back to Crabtree on the left wing. Back out to Wooten. Bounces off to Crabtree. 3:50 left in the third. Crabtree, right side of Mason Myatt. Back to Crabtree. Now off the screen. Here's Riley. Lost it in the paint. And here comes Harlan with it from Monroe County. Harlan all the way to the bucket. Scoops it up. Missed a shot. We got a whistle and a foul. And let's see. I don't know. Monroe County wanted a goaltend.
I don't believe they're going to get it.
The foul is going to be on Riley. And 2 shots coming for Justin Harlan. That's 3 on Matt Riley. 2 on the Trojans here in the second half. And Harlan, 1 of 2 at the line, puts this one up and no good.
Sit down, get just a little bit of a blow. It looks like Gibson's going to check in for him.
Yep. And now Trevor Adwell's going to check in on the next dead ball here as Harlan fires this one up. It's no good. It popped out. Rebound, Whitlow. Pumps, goes up against Hubbard. Missed the shot. Hubbard trying to come another with it, but it's taken away by Whitlow. Bounces off underneath the Geralds. He puts it in.
I'll tell you what, nice job, Monroe, hitting the glass. We fell asleep a little bit there, Jay.
35-26. Monroe County cuts it to 9. We're down to 3:17 to play here in the third quarter. Wooten with a basketball. They've got a chaser on Zach Gibson. Rest of the team in a box.
They've played that basically majority of the game tonight, Jay.
And here's Hubbard with it on the right wing. Out to Crabtree, top of the circle. Back over to Hubbard. Hubbard looking, feeding into Myatt. He puts it up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Trying to go back up with it. Kicks it back out. Crabtree into the paint. He double dribbled.
Yeah. It was close, but I believe he did, Jay.
Trevor Adwell checking back into the Trojan lineup now. 2:46 to play here in the third. It's a 9-point lead for Barren County at 35-26. Rich with a basketball for the Falcons. Sends it left side over to Geralds. Geralds out to Whitlow. Whitlow. And a bad pass, but chased down by Kendall, who's back in the lineup for Coach Justin Stinson. Rich out near midcourt. Get a little bump there. Threw it back across against Gibson. Gets the ball alive, and here's Rich scooping it up. No good, and a foul.
Rich does a nice job, Jay, for a freshman.
Trevor Adwell will pick up his first. That'll be the team's third. And 2 shots coming for Monroe County's Keaton Rich, a 5'8" freshman. Rich aims, fires, hits. His first point tonight. 35-27. And that one trickles off the right side of the rim. It is rebounded by Lee Hubbard. Cody Wooten off to Hubbard, right wing. Back out to Wooten. Back to Hubbard. 3. Had it blocked on him. And everybody had their back turned to the rebound, and nobody saw that the shot was blocked. And Gibson saves it from going out of bounds, but he couldn't get to it in time. Was Crabtree. Threw it a little too long, and so the turnover will give it back to Monroe County. (35-27). Down a minute 52 to play here in the third.
You know, Jay, with the score, lowest scoring game as it is, we're late in the third. It's really, we're letting them hang around, which is really where Monroe wanted to be.
That's right. Still within striking distance. And Kendall bounces it off to Harlan. Lost the handle on it. Here comes Crabtree. Crabtree going all the way to the bucket, puts it up and in.
Nice job there by Blake.
14 for Crabtree, and Whitlow loses it out of bounds. Turnover gives it right back to the Trojans.
2 consecutive turnovers for Monroe, Jay.
Minute 36 to play here in the third. Cody Wooden with the basketball for Barren County.
See if we can take advantage of this right now.
Greg, is San
10-point lead for Barren.
Celtics, does that make them the favorite of the
Directing traffic now, trying to get the play set up. I wouldn't make left wing. Crabtree back out to Wooden. Back to Crabtree, just inside the arc. Now back to Wooden. He's just inside, right of the circle. Adwell can't shoot. Now he gives it back to Wooden. Fakes inside. Now gives to Crabtree. 12-foot jumper. No good. And the rebound saved in bounds by Monroe County. And here comes Rich with it. Rich, crossover dribble, heads to the basket, dishes it off. Here's Whitlow underneath, puts it up, no good. Ball slapped outside, taken by Kendall. He gives to Rich. Rich in the corner to Harlan. 3 on the way. Got it. Woo.
Big shot there by Monroe, Jay. Cuts it to a 7-point lead for Barren.
37-30, 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Barren County hanging on here in the third. Biggest lead was 13. Glenburn, Danny Woosley back here at Scottsville. 37-30, the Trojans trying to hang on here. Monroe County.
8 minutes to go in the game, Jay. 7-point lead for the Trojans.
It's Kendall with a basketball out top. Gives it off to Rich. Down Whitlow. Bluffs the 3. Driving left to the lane. Dishes it over to Rich on the right side. Harlan another 3. He hit it.
Tell you what, Jay, that's 2 big threes he's hit back to back.
37-33. Barren County's lead has dwindled to 4. 7:25 to go in the ball game. Crabtree getting pressure out there. The foul on Rich. And on Rich, that'll be his first and the team's second.
Well, you know, with 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter, Barren up 4. We've got the ball. I'd like to see us get a score right here and come back and get a good stop.
Yep. Crabtree on the dribble, setting it up. And
Monroe is now chasing the hub.
And Riley.
Going to a little down.
Yeah.
They're really tough to tackle right now.
Put it up. It is no good. Rebound in there. Got a whistle and a foul. He was surrounded by 3 Falcons. And they just collapsed down on Lee Hubbard when he gets the ball down low. And this foul is going to be on Gerald, his first. That'll be the team's third of the second half. Both teams with 3 fouls here in the second half. Trojans ball underneath. And Mason Myatt to trigger it in.
Let's see what we run right here, Jay. See if we can get a quick score.
Mason Myatt into Crabtree. Kicks it back out to Riley. Riley trying to drive. He can't go. Gibson a 3.
Oh, that's what we needed, Jay. I like that. Timeout, Barren.
And it'll be a 30-second timeout that pushes the lead back out to 7. But Monroe County is still in this, Glenn.
Yes, sir, they are, Jay.
6:42 is a long time left.
Oh, it's a lot of time. Heck of a lot of time in a ball game, basketball game. You know, and Monroe has done what they wanted to do.
Yep.
They've been able to hit the big shot. They've been able to really slow us down. They've really controlled kind of the momentum here.
40-33 is the score. Got Allen County, Scottsville, and Glasgow coming up next in our doubleheader here from Allen County High School. We'll be off tomorrow night. We'll come back Thursday night for the girls' championship. The Barren County Trojanettes and the Glasgow Lady Scotties battling for the district title 7 o'clock on Thursday. All right, Falcons basketball. We said Whitlow and Harlan are playing with 3 fouls. Riley's got 3 for Barren County. And the Trojans picking up a little pressure in the backcourt. Riley will meet Harlan at midcourt. Harlan's gotten hot here.
Yes, he has.
And it's Whitlow with the basketball. Off to Rich. Rich is going to drive. He'll go in against Mason Myatt. A whistle. A blocking foul on Mason Myatt. That'll be his first, the team's fourth.
You know, Monroe tonight, Jay, has had a lot of success driving to the basket when they hadn't been shooting threes.
Here's Harlan. He'll put it up off the glass.
My goodness.
Harlan with 10 points here in the second half.
That's a
16 to the ball game.
5-point ball game right now, Jay, with 6 minutes to go.
Wooten out top. Wooten over to Crabtree. Back to Wooten. Into the circle. And they dish it down low to Hubbard. Trying to work it underneath. Muscles it up. Missed it. Gets it on rebound. Going back up. He fouled this time.
Tell you what, he's tough in there, Jay. 2 people, you know, getting all around him, pushing and shoving on you a little bit.
That foul is going to be on Whitlow, his 4th. Team's 4th of the second half.
That puts a big decision right now on Coach Stinson. Jay, do you leave him in there with 4 fouls, or do you take him out with 6 minutes to go?
Hubbard, first of 2, good. Hubbard with 19 points. He's 3 out of 4 from the foul line. It's 41-35. Barren County. 6 minutes to play. Hubbard got it.
Got them both. That helps, Jay.
42-35. Here come the Falcons. Rich gets a screen from Whitlow. He's in a trap. Bounces back to Whitlow. Whitlow driving to the paint. Gets it off. Harlan straight away with a 3. Got it!
Get another one, Jay. That's 3 big threes that he has hit here tonight.
And the Falcons have cut it to 4. 42-38. 5:36 to play.
You know,
here's
Jay,
the basketball game.
We make just a little bit of a run at them, and then they come back and hit a 3.
Wooten, top of the circle, left side to Lee Hubbard. Back out to Wooten, over to Crabtree. Crabtree won't shoot it, bounces it in the lane underneath. Hubbard got it, a foul.
I tell you what, that's almost automatic. Is that on Whitlow?
If it is, that's it.
I couldn't tell who the foul's on.
The foul is going to be, nope, it's going to be charged to Gerald, his second. And that'll be the 15th foul on the Falcons here in the second half. 44-38, Barren County, 5:21 still to play in a game. And Hubbard at the line with a chance to make a 3-point play.
You know, Jay, what is so important now, especially in a tight game like this, from this point on for the rest of the season, is your foul shooting.
Yeah. 45-38 pushes the lead back out to 7. Left side it goes to Gerald's. Gerald's looking for a cutter. Here it comes Kendall off the glass and got it to foul.
I tell you what, Kendall's done a nice job tonight for a freshman.
Foul on Cody Wooten. That's going to be his first and the team's 5th. And that puts Kendall at the line with a chance to make an old-fashioned 3-point play. 45-40. Monroe within 5. Here's the shot up and no good. Rebound back to Kendall. Kendall will dribble away, and he'll hand it off to Harlan. Harlan now against Crabtree. Dishes it off now to Kendall. Kendall falls down. Loose ball to the floor. Scramble forward. Gerald has got it. Gives it off to Harlan. Straight away to the 3. It is off high this time. Pulled down by Cody Wooten. Here comes Wooten.
5-point game, a 5-point game with about 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Long time left.
Oh, tremendous amount of time in a basketball game. Looks like we're going to pull it out a little bit. I think this isn't a bad strategy. Make them come out of that box and guard.
All right, take some time off the clock here.
That kind of went through my mind a little bit, even when we had that, 10, 11, 12 point lead. Yeah, make them come out and play you.
Crabtree.
I like this idea. Open up that middle a little bit.
Got the floor spread.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some decisions now.
Now Mason Myatt with it. Myatt feeds it in the lane. Crabtree falling down. Loose ball rolls out of bounds. But they're going to say it was last touched by the Falcons. And I think we need to get a wet spot up off the floor underneath the Trojan bucket.
Barren County will be inbounding it underneath their own basket. Jay, there's so many people standing up and right in front of us, I really couldn't see the play.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, I couldn't tell exactly what happened. I know the ball went out of bounds, but I really couldn't see who touched it last.
Wooten looks to inbounds. Comes into Lee Hubbard. He's double teamed. Floats it out to Riley. And now out to Crabtree. And they'll spread the floor again. We're down to 3:55 to play. Wooten working. Right sideline. Bounces it off. Lee Hubbard comes out now. He'll dribble a while. 3:45 left. Lee needs somebody to come out and get the pass. Crabtree does on the near side of the floor. Back out to Hubbard. Now Hubbard will stand out near midcourt. 3:34 left in the game. Floats it over to Crabtree. Now bounces back to Hubbard out near midcourt. Over goes to Wooten and back out to Hubbard with 3:24 left. Crabtree in the middle of Mason Myatt. He turns, gives it back out to Crabtree. Crabtree now getting some pressure out there. Gives it over to Wooten. Now Monroe trying to go man-to-man here. And it is Wooten still on the dribble against Rich. Bounces it off to Mason Myatt. He's left open out there.
He'll got to come out and get it. Yeah, they're keeping it inside.
3 minutes to play.
I've got a man just standing in the lane, Jay, not guarding anybody.
Wooten against Rich. Gonna have to do something with it. Gives to Lee Hubbard. Got Harlan on him. Hubbard trying to drive. Can't go. Beats it off to Crabtree. Crabtree trying to bring it back out. Gives to Myatt. Off it goes to Wooten. Wooten is going to be fouled now. This will be on Rich. His second. That'll be the team's sixth. Still one more foul to give before the Trojans will shoot the bonus. With 2:35 left to go in the ball game.
Jay, we're going to be inbounding it underneath their own basket. There's 2:35 to go in the game. Barron's up 5.
Cody Wooten, left baseline. Into Mason Myatt in the corner. He'll circle out with it. Throws it over to Riley. 2:30 left. Back to Hubbard. Hubbard over to Crabtree. Crabtree. And getting some pressure. He's double teamed. Bounces to Myatt. Oh, bad pass. It's deflected. And then Hubbard, right from behind, he'll call him for the foul. His second, team 6. Hubbard was wide open.
Oh, it was wide open, Jay. It would have been an easy layup.
2:17 to play.
Barren up 5.
Just
Monroe's
5.
got the ball. Monroe's got the ball.
Yeah. Here's Rich with the basketball. Rich trying to get away from Riley. Goes right with it. He's going to drive. Dishes it off now to Kendall. Kendall picks up his dribble. Needs some help. And here is Harlan with it. He'll dish it underneath. Shot blocked in there by Myatt. Riley comes up with the basketball. He gets Cody Wooten.
Big stop. That was a big stop right there, Jay.
Cody Wooten works it into the front court. Takes it left side. Wooten picks up his dribble now. Needs some help. And a timeout here by the Trojans with 1:40 to play in a ball game. And Barren County hanging on to a 5-point lead. Coming into this game tonight as a 28-point favorite. 30-second timeout.
Monroe has really been able to control the tempo with their box and chaser, making it slow it down. And a lot of times when you play a junk defense, you either want to speed it up, you want to slow something down. And tonight they've wanted to slow it down. And they've done a pretty good job at it. They've done a really good job. They executed it very well. They went, they've actually at times, very few times, they've chased 3 players. When Gibson was in, they were chasing Gibson, Riley, and the hub. Most of the night, it's either been on their own sideline right by their bench.
Both teams with 6 fouls here in the second half. And Cody Wooten looks to inbound. Gets it into Lee Hubbard. Lee turns against Harlan. Now gives it back to Wooten. 1:36 remaining. Now the Falcons have gone man-to-man.
They have to come out and get them now.
Here's Hubbard with it against Harlan. Gives it to Mason Myatt. Myatt picks up his dribble, goes to Hubbard. 1:24 left. Now Hubbard. And looking for help. Floats it back out to Wooten. Wooten now to Riley. Riley gets bumped there, and that foul will be called on Sheffield, his second. That'll be the team's 7th. Matt Riley, who has not scored in the basketball game, will step to the line and shoot 1-1. Big free throws right here for the Trojans. A minute 17 to go in the game.
From here on out, any foul shot for either team is big.
Riley misses the shot. Rebound poked away. Hubbard, and it's going to be out of bounds, too. The foul, and Hubbard couldn't get to it in time. Barren County 5 out of 9 from the foul line. 1:12 to play and a 5-point lead. Monroe County's got the basketball. Here is Rich. Rich working left, gives to Harlan with Crabtree, dishes it down to Whitlow against Hubbard. He'll put it up. It is no good. Rebound by Riley. We got a foul, and it's going to be charged on the Trojans,
Riley.
I believe.
Yes, sir. They're calling a foul for Riley.
He cleared it out, and on Riley, that's his fourth.
And more importantly, Jay, that now puts Monroe to the foul line for the 1-and-1, and the clock not running.
Yeah, and 59 seconds to play.
So, I mean, they have the potential to cut it to a 3-point game with a minute 59 to go.
Rich fires it up and in.
Good. So it's a 4-point game with 59 seconds. He's got one more foul shot.
Rich 2 out of 3 at the stripe. 45-41. Barren hanging on. Rich, bonus. Got it.
Got them both. We're in a 3-point game with 59 seconds.
Time out on the floor. This will be a full timeout. 59 seconds to play in the game. Barren County 45, Monroe County 42. We'll be back in a minute on the 15th District Basketball Radio Network. We're down to 59 seconds to play. Barren County's ball comes into Riley.
Four-court press by Monroe, Jay.
Riley back to Wooten. Wooten gets bumped to the backcourt. No call. Wooten had it slapped out of his hands, but they're going to call Rich with a foul. And that's his third. That'll be the team's 8th, and Cody Wooten's going to have to step to the line, and he's 0 for 2 tonight.
Not a bad foul right there by Monroe. Going for the steal. If you get the steal and no call made, he had an easy layup, matter of fact. Forces Barren to go to the line. If we don't hit this first one.
Wooten hits on the first.
Nice job there by the senior to step up, knock down that first on the 1-and-1.
46-42. That makes it a 2-possession game for Monroe County. It'll still remain 2 if Wooten hits the bonus, and he does.
Got them both.
47-42, 50 seconds to play.
Back out to a 5-point lead for Barren.
Rich with the basketball inside. Kendall in the paint. Kendall working against Wooten. He's going to have to do something with it. He's in a trap, and now going to have to dish it back out, and a timeout by Justin Stinson. That bailed him out right there.
Yeah, it did. He was about ready to get 5 seconds off.
36.6 seconds to play. Monroe County's ball, and the Trojans leading by just 5, 47-42. Biggest lead has been what, 12?
I believe so, Jay. I believe it was 12. By the Trojans.
Yeah. Boy, what a game.
You know, Jay, this is, when it comes down to tournament time, the records really don't mean anything.
No, they don't mean anything. Everybody starts 0-0 again.
Yeah, and you have a team like Monroe that really has nothing to lose. They haven't won a district game all season. They've been working. They haven't played in a week. So they've been working on their defensive assignment last week, I guarantee you. And they've executed very well tonight.
Sure have.
Monroe's ball, Jay, underneath their own basket.
And Rich will put it in play. Rich out to Sheffield. He'll pull up a 12-footer. No. Rebound by Lee Hubbard, and he's pulled to the floor.
Yeah, he's fouled. No doubt about it. I believe the player that fouled him
and the foul,
may have just fouled out.
It is going to be on Whitlow. Yes, he'll foul out with 2 points on the night. Of course, he's a senior. Carroll's is a senior. They're the only 2 seniors on this Monroe County team.
Monroe's going to have a good squad potentially in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
They've got, they play a lot of 2 freshmen. Big foul shot right here for the Hub. I believe he'll knock these down.
Lee Hubbard missed his first attempt tonight, but he's hit 5 in a row since then. Big 1-and-1 free throws here for Lee Hubbard. He'll put it up. It is good.
Yep.
Got some rim, but it went down.
It did. Hit a lot of iron, but it dropped.
Now he can make it a 3-possession game if he connects on the bonus.
Right now, Barron's got a 6-point lead with 32 seconds. Up at the line.
48-42. Hubbard, bonus try on the way. Got
it. Right.
49-42, 30 seconds to play. Rich driving, spins into the paint, had it stripped loose. They're going to have a foul called on Wooten for reaching in.
You know, Jay, really not a good foul at this point in the game. Clock not running. You put Rich back at the line for the 1-and-1. And we're saying able to score and the clock not running.
Yeah, still 26.9 left. Rich has hit 3 out of 4 shots, and this one is no good.
It got too much iron. It hit the back of the rim and bounced out.
And everybody thought it was 1-and-1, I think, and some of the Falcon players went to the for the rebound. Rich fires this one up. It's good.
That's into a 6-point game, Jay.
And in the ball game is Josh Etheridge, a 5'8" sophomore for Monroe County. 26.9 left, 49-43. Barren, full court press by the Falcons. Wooten looks to inbounds. It comes into Hubbard. Hubbard in the backcourt, dribbling. Going to hurry across the line. Hubbard will bring it back out. He'll circle out with 18 seconds to play. Hubbard is in a trap. Hubbard, he's call a timeout.
Yeah, he did a nice job.
15.1 seconds to play. Barren County on top, 49-43. And a full timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Glasgow and Allen County, Scottsville in our second game of the evening coming up. If there's anything like this one, it is going to be something.
It'll be a barn burner if that's the case, Jay. You know, you and I talked about this even when Barren had the 8, 10, 12-point lead. Kind of letting them hang around. They'd come back and hit a shot, cut it to single digits, maybe hit a 3, and we've allowed them to kind of stay in this thing. And sometimes that happens, especially in that first game. They're so tight. I was kind of hoping with a senior-dominated team that we have that we wouldn't have that, but it's tough. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose because you know it's over. At least if you win, you have an opportunity to get to the regional tournament. Now, then it comes down, are you going to play a winner in the regional tournament, or will you play a loser?
Well, you definitely want to win your district so you can play a runner-up.
Yeah.
Wooten near midcourt across the way to put it in play. Wooten into Lee Hubbard, slapped out of his hands, and it'll be out of bounds off of Sheffield.
Yep, it's going to stay with Barren.
That took a little time off the clock. We're down to 14.4. Out to Riley. And Riley gets pushed by Harlan, and that'll be his 4th. And
well, you knew that.
10 fouls against the Falcons.
You know, really the only thing Monroe has left now with Barren having the ball, if they don't get the inbound steal, they must foul immediately. That's really all they can do. They're down, 6? 13 seconds?
Yeah, Riley fires it.
Got that one. That's a nice shot by the senior.
Only his first point of the night, 50-43.
Pulls it out to a 7-point lead for the Trojans.
Riley back of the line, second of 2, got it.
Got them both. Makes it an 8-point game with 12 seconds.
That's pretty, and a steal by 3, and he's fouled. Harlan will foul him, and he'll foul out. Harlan will be back next year, though.
Yes,
Boy, what
will.
a shooter in the second half. He had 4 3-pointers.
He did a nice job. Monroe fans give him a big hand. Even the Barren fans are clapping for him because he has played hard tonight and done a nice job.
Justin Harlan goes out with 19 points. 13 of those here in the second half. Crabtree at the line for 2 shots.
Can pretty well, you know, with only 10.6 seconds, Jay, left in the game. 51-43 lead. That makes it a 52. He hit that.
Barren County's only had 2 field goals here in the 4th quarter, but it's been the free throws that have won the game tonight. Crabtree. He'll fire it up. He missed it. Rebound by Kendall. 9 seconds to play. Kendall, long NBA 3. It is no good. Lee Hubbard with a rebound. Lee will let time run out. Ball game will be over, and the Trojans will move on to Diddle Arena. So what a scare by Monroe County.
I'll tell you what, Monroe played extremely well,
52-43, the final score. Barren County goes to 24-6. Monroe County season ends at 6-22. And the Trojans have now punched their ticket to Diddle Arena for next week. and will be in the championship game of the district tournament on Friday night against the winner of our next game coming up between Glasgow and Allen County Scottsville. 52-43, the final score, and the Trojans win over Monroe County. We'll come back after this 2-minute timeout on the 15th District Basketball Radio Network. Back here at Allen County Scottsville, with the Trojans win over the Falcons 52-43. Barren County led 16-8 at the end of the first quarter, 30-22 at halftime. It was 37-30 after the third period of play, and the Trojans hang on 15-13 in that final quarter. 9-point win for Barren County as they move on to the district championship and a berth in next week's 4th region tournament at Diddle Arena. Justin Harlan had 19 for Monroe County. He was the only Falcon in double figures. 6 points for Tanner Kendall, 4 for Matt Sheffield, Josh Geralds with 4, Keaton Rich with 4, Caleb Sheffield with 4, DJ Whitlow with 2 points in the basketball game. They had 16 field goals, 4 of those were three-pointers, and they were 7 of 13 from the foul line. For Barren County tonight, 17 field goals, 6 of those were three-pointers. The Trojans were 12 of 17 from the charity stripe. Lee Hubbard with 25 points in the basketball game. He had 4 threes, 3 twos, 7 of 8 free throws. 15 for Blake Crabtree. 12 of those in the first half. He had 7 baskets, 1 of 2 free throws. A three-pointer for Zach Gibson. Mason Myatt with a three-point shot. Cody Wooten with 4 points in the ball game, a field goal, 2 of 4 at the line. Matt Riley, 2 of 3 free throws for his 2 points this evening. And Danny, let's take a look at the final stats for this game.
All right, first for Monroe County, I had him for 16 of 30 for 42.1%, 4 of 6 from the three-point line for 66.7%, 7 of 13 from the free throw line for 53.8%, 11 assists, 10 turnovers, 2 blocks, 4 steals. For the Trojans, I had them for 17 of 37, 45.9%, 6 of 12 from three-pointers for 50%, 12 of 17 from the free throw line, 70.6, 13 assists, 9 turnovers, 2 blocks, 4 steals. The Trojans lost the board battle 24-23. Monroe County had 9 offensive, Barren County had 7, Monroe had 15 defensive, Barren County had 16. Barren won the battle of the points off turnovers, 14-6, won the second chance points, 9-8. And some update scores I got for you, Jay, is Bowling Green 62, Warren Central 31 with about 3 minutes to go in the game. This is girls' score. Also, from the 16th, Russell's got a double-digit lead over Metcalf County.
Okay, that's the girls' game.
Right, and there's about 30 seconds left in that game.
Okay. All right, so it looks like Russell County may move on and make it to the 4th regional tournament, knock the Lady Hornets out of the 16th district.
Yeah, the way it looks, it's going to be Russell and Bowling Green, and we have not got a score from Todd Central Logan yet.
Okay. All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with more of the post game. The Trojans move on to the championship on Friday night, 52-43 over Monroe County. Back in 2 minutes on the 15th District Basketball Radio Network. Back here at Allen County, Scottsville with Coach Steve Riley. And, you know, Steve, we talked today about that Monroe County would probably throw some junk defenses at us. That's exactly what they did. They came in with a good game plan, but we made some big shots, especially on free throws there in the 4th quarter to win the ball game.
Yeah, that game was a struggle. We didn't play as well on the defensive end of the floor as we wanted to. And everybody played simple. They had 43 points, but you know, we didn't get them to turn the ball over. We only had 10, and you know, we didn't do a good job on that end. You know, offensively, they decided they were going to take Matthew out of the game and Gibson out of the game if he was in there with if he was in there instead of Matthew. So we thought they had boxed one. If they did a little different, we thought they'd do it on Lee. If they did it on Matthew. And I think their plan was to keep Lee out on the perimeter, and they pretty much did that. And we told Lee he was hanging out on the perimeter, but they only made 4 threes. But we needed him to get in the lane a little bit more than he did. And you know, the longer, when you play these games right here, the longer you let somebody hang in, the tougher it's going to be, because Harlan, you know, is a good player, but I'd say his three-point percentage is not nearly as good as he shot tonight. But what happens is you let people hang in the game, then they start making shots, and they start feeling pretty good about themselves.
Well, it was a war now, to say the least, of pulling this thing out.
Well, they out-rebounded us by 1, and we only got them to commit one more turnover to us. And there's 2 stats that really hurt us. We just didn't do a very good job in that. And I told the guys, you know, the good thing about it is this time of year, your main goal is just to advance. You know, if you play good, that's better. You'd rather play good and win, but you'd rather win than lose and play good. So we get to play another day, and you know, I feel very fortunate that we get to play again.
Well, it's always that first game's always the toughest. I don't care, you know, and you've been through it too many times.
Yeah,
we know exactly how
it can be. We played really well the last few years in the first round game, but we didn't play nearly as well tonight. And you know, maybe we were so experienced, we wanted it so bad, we just didn't do a lot of the right things, but we were able to hang in there and survive and then do something later on.
Well, now you move on to Friday night, get a couple of days to kind of recuperate. I know Matt had been sick and had a little more sickness on the team this week, but still, you got some time now to get ready for either Glasgow or Allen County Scottsville on Friday night.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be able to play. I mean, that's the main thing is advance, and irregardless who we play, we'll play a good team, and we'll need to be ready to play better than the way we did tonight.
All right, Steve, congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right. Trojans win 52-43 over Monroe County to advance on to the 4th region tournament, and the championship game coming up on Friday night against either Allen County, Scottsville, or Glasgow. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and set the stage for our second game of the evening. The Patriots and the Scotties coming up next for you right here on the 15th District Basketball Radio Network.